There are some performances that I bet much of the average film-going public, if you ask them, probably think were Oscar winners. Now, we Oscar nerds know better, but I thought it would be fun to look at some nominees who, for whatever reason, didn't receive enough votes to take home my friend here. I'm Michael, aka Oscar Man. Join me on this journey through Oscars past, and I'm going to go way back for some of these. But first, let's start with a more contemporary performance that I think people, not us, would say, oh yeah, they won.
You'll see. We're back live in 2 minutes.
What you think of my show, baby?
Made a fool of yourself.
What you talking about? Man, I was just being Jimmy. Real, will you please tell him if you can?
Jimmy keeps begging you for something new, but all you do is ignore him. Of course he's confused. It don't take a whiz to know that only a desperate man would drop his pants in living color on network television.
Thanks, Darrell. You told it like it is.
Following a pretty successful film career, which began with 48 Hours in 1982, Eddie Murphy's turn as Jimmy Thunder Early in the 2006 musical Dreamgirls was considered something of a comeback after Dr. Dolittle 2, The Adventures of Pluto Nash, and The Haunted Mansion.
Those are girls right there? I think 3 is gonna work out just fine.
Ladies! Ladies, thank you so much. You saving Jimmy's life. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm at your feet. You see that? I'm at your feet, baby. Thank you so much. And I'll do anything for y'all. Anything. You hear what I'm saying? Anything. Exactly what would you like Jimmy to do for you, baby?
Eddie Murphy was the first choice to play the role, and he accepted it without hesitation. His performance drew critical acclaim and was positively received by movie audiences. There was no question that Eddie Murphy was going to become an Oscar nominee for the first time, and all indications pointed to him winning, since he already collected the Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Of course, we know that didn't happen when screen veteran Alan Arkin won Best Supporting Actor for Little Miss Sunshine. Now, if you stop 10 people on the street and ask them whether or not Eddie Murphy won an Oscar for Dreamgirls, how many do you think would say yes? My guess, probably 8. It's the type of performance that audiences remember, and that says a lot, since Jennifer Hudson was also in Dreamgirls, and everyone knows she got the Oscar. Do you think Eddie Murphy will have another shot at a competitive Oscar? Or will the Academy bestow an honorary award to him for his overall career? I'm guessing it will be the latter.
Mr. Dennings.
Oh, you know, it's okay.
Well, thank you very much, but why on earth would I want to bring Burke on your birthday?
You like him.
There are memorable film performances, and then there are iconic ones. Linda Blair, who I actually met, will always be known as Regan in 1973's The Exorcist.
That the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit.
Linda Blair became an overnight sensation at the age of 14 and was the subject of public scrutiny because of what was considered the exploitation of her during the making of The Exorcist. Critics and audiences couldn't believe the power displayed by such a young, relatively inexperienced actress, and Blair was immediately thrust into the forefront as the expected winner of the Best Supporting Actress Oscar. She had already won the Golden Globe, and the film had broken numerous box office records. But then there was Oscar winner Mercedes McCambridge, whose name appeared last on the credited cast list, and people started wondering why, since she didn't appear anywhere in The Exorcist. Just as Linda Blair was poised to become one of the youngest Oscar winners in history, the story broke that McCambridge actually performed the majority of Blair's dialogue, specifically the voice of Pazuzu, the demon. Thus, with her voice dubbed by another and her body movements via the use of special effects, Linda Blair slowly started losing votes as she headed towards Oscar night. Now, some would say she still should have won anyway. Whatever the case, if you mention The Exorcist, most probably think Linda Blair won the Oscar.
When we finally get to Israel, we're gonna stay put, no traveling.
We're gonna get to know our grandson. Just think. He's 2 years old already. He's talking. We've never even seen him.
The Poseidon Adventure was a hugely popular part of the disaster movie genre. The 1972 film featured a cast that included 5 Oscar winners, including Shelley Winters as Belle.
Well, I guess I'm not the champion of the Women's Swimming Association anymore.
Hold on, Mrs. Rosen. Just hold on.
Let's just got enough is enough. Let me go. Please let me go. Give this to Manny. Tell him he has to give it to our grandson. For both of us.
Shelley Winters gained more than Oscar attention with her scene-stealing role in the Poseidon Adventure. The 2-time winner reportedly added 35 pounds as part of being a method actor to portray Belle Rosen. Now, unlike Linda Blair, Shelley Winters did her own stunts, including training with an Olympic swim coach to learn how to accurately perform the grueling swimming scenes. Shelley Winters had a memorable death scene, which probably won her the Golden Globe, and placed her at the front of the line to earn her 3rd Supporting Actress Oscar. Now, even though some believe she deserved to win, and many believe she did, I agree with the Academy's choice of Eileen Heckart in Butterflies Are Free. I know Shelley wanted this one, and she had tons of support. Charlie Chaplin was a pioneer of filmmaking, writing, directing, producing, and starring in dozens of silent films beginning in 1914. In 1928's The Circus, Charlie Chaplin portrayed his famous character, the Little Tramp, and the film became the 7th most successful silent film of all time. During the first year of the Academy Awards, Chaplin's name came up in the Best Picture, Actor, and Director categories. However, the Academy removed all 3 nominations and sent the following to Chaplin, quote, "The Academy Board of Judges on Merit Awards for individual achievements in motion picture arts during the year ending August 1st, 1928, unanimously decided that your name should be removed from the competitive classes, and that a special first award be conferred upon you for writing, acting, directing, and producing The Circus. The collective accomplishments thus displayed place you in a class by yourself." Unquote. I'm not sure what prompted this decision, but it was the Academy's first year, so I guess they made things up as they went along. That said, most filmgoers, casual or otherwise, would be correct in assuming that Charlie Chaplin won an Oscar for playing the Little Tramp. Technically, he did receive a statue, but not in competition. He was nominated 5 times, winning an Oscar for the score of Limelight 20 years after its initial release, as well as another honorary award in 1972, where he received the longest standing ovation in Oscar history.
After my operation, not even a gynecologist will be able to detect anything out of the ordinary about my body. I will be a woman. Don't you find it odd that plastic surgery can cure a mental disorder?
How do you feel about your penis?
It disgusts me. I don't even like looking at it.
Though not widely seen, 2005's Transamerica made an impression on those who saw it based on Felicity Huffman's Best Actress nominated performance.
Is that why you tried to have me committed?
You tried to kill yourself!
Because you tried to have me committed.
I don't know why you have to be so emotional.
I am not emotional! God, my cycle's all out of whack.
You don't have cycles.
Hormones are hormones. Yours and mine just happen to come in little purple pills.
Okay, I'm not sure the average moviegoer knows about Transamerica, but if he or she saw it, one might believe that Huffman won, given the complexity of the character she portrayed. In fact, the role of Stanley, Sabrina, is the type of role that the Academy loves to honor, one which requires both humor and pathos. Felicity Huffman was cast before Desperate Housewives, the TV series which made her famous. So by the time Transamerica came around, Huffman was now a household name. Winner of the Golden Globe, Felicity Huffman was likely an Oscar underdog and lost to the more popular Reese Witherspoon in Walk the Line. Yeah, I know, if Witherspoon had just been placed in supporting, Huffman would have easily won. But I digress. Transamerica was the kind of small road trip movie that I enjoy, one that focuses on its unconventional characters and situations. Primarily known for her work in television, Felicity Huffman's performance in Transamerica made a strong impression on those who saw it.
If only I could find her so she could see me. We're such lovely friends. Here now that perhaps she could love me as I am. I'm trying so hard to be good.
While John Hurt may not have been a household name, his portrayal of the Elephant Man was one that movie audiences no doubt remember.
This is my home?
Yes.
Oh, please, will you thank the governing committee for me? I will do my utmost to merit their kindness. This is my home.
This 1980 biographical drama told the story of Joseph Merrick, who suffered a severe deformity while living in London during the 19th century. Dustin Hoffman reportedly wanted the role, but the producer chose John Hurt instead. If only Hoffman knew what he was in for. The elaborate and complicated makeup took 8 hours to apply and 2 hours to remove, which led John Hurt to allegedly claim, quote, "I think they have finally managed to make me hate acting," unquote. Nonetheless, the immensely talented actor was able to convey emotions while under layers of makeup. Trivia: the Oscar awarded for Outstanding Achievement in Makeup came about as a result of the Elephant Man not receiving a special award at the 1981 Oscars. Despite letters of protest regarding the omission, the Academy refused to honor the film for this achievement. As a result, the following year, the new category was created. As for John Hurt, he followed up his first nomination for 1978's Midnight Express with another as lead actor for The Elephant Man. It's a shame he lost, albeit to Robert De Niro in Raging Bull, as his performance is one that anyone who saw it could not forget.
You were the only one that took the trouble to ring my bell.
But now...
Oh, now I'm well again and all goes merrily. Would you care to come to a party I'm giving tomorrow night? It's my birthday.
Aren't you afraid you're not strong enough yet to give parties?
Oh, I'm afraid of nothing except being bored. It's supper after the theater.
Thank you. I'll come with pleasure. And bring this little book as a birthday present. Have you read it?
I never read anything. What is it?
Manolesco.
Who was she?
Beautiful girl who lived for love and pleasure.
It's a beautiful color. It should be a very good story.
Moviegoers young and not so young know of Greta Garbo, an iconic star of the golden age of films.
Leigh.
Doctor, if you can't make me live, how can he?
No. Don't say such things, Marguerite. You'll live. You must live.
Perhaps it's better if I live in your heart, where the world can't see me. If I'm dead, there'll be no stain on our love.
Camille is likely the most famous of Greta Garbo's portrayals, that of the courtesan, 19th century term for prostitute, whose bouts with consumption, TB, end in her, end. Garbo's death scene is famous, one which many feel represents her finest work. So iconic is this scene that I remember growing up whenever a family member or friend was on their supposed deathbed and they were told, "You'll be fine, Camille." This 1936 version of the 19th century novel and play was the most popular of all of its mini productions, and Greta Garbo's third Oscar nomination was believed to be the one that would win her the award. She lost to Louise Reiner in The Good Earth, which is curious because Camille was released in December of 1936, but Garbo was nominated for Best Actress of 1937. Anyone know how that happened? Anyway, Greta Garbo received an honorary Oscar in 1954. No, she didn't show up to accept. But moviegoers probably think she won for her most famous performance. Oh, stay tuned till the end of the video for Garbo's most well-known utterance.
He was put in an asylum. That was 30 years ago.
Is he still there?
Oh, yes. And I'm told that for these 30 years, he has not uttered one sound.
Because Richard Burton began to joke about the fact that he never won an Oscar, if asked, every Oscar nerd would say that there was one performance for which he absolutely had to win. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf was a movie event back in 1966. No couple was more famous than Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Their explosive pairing in this drama based on the famous play was controversial, disturbing, and even shocking. While Elizabeth Taylor garnered the most attention and awards, winning her second Best Actress Oscar, it was Richard Burton who, along with director Mike Nichols, helped bring out Taylor's incredible performance. The sparring between this real-life husband and wife drew critical raves and huge box office returns, and the belief was that this headline-making couple would both be taking home Oscars for their performances as George and Martha. Neither of them showed up to the ceremony, and Taylor was reportedly none too pleased at her husband's snub by the Academy. Richard Burton was the linchpin to the success of the film, and it wouldn't surprise me if movie fans believed he won an Oscar for this performance. The Academy chose Paul Scofield in A Man for All Seasons, which also won Best Picture. Burton was a 7-time nominee, but went home empty-handed each time. He also never received an honorary Oscar either. I've often said that this was something of which the Motion Picture Academy shouldn't be proud. There is one more performance I want to discuss that is remembered for one scene, which likely is why many think that the film's actress won an Oscar for it. But first, I want to express my appreciation to you for coming along with me on my never-ending quest to understand Oscars past. When the video ends, will you please click the like button, subscribe if you're not already a member of the channel, and be sure and hit the notification bell if you want YouTube to tell you when my weekly videos and daily polls are posted.
Am I acting as if there's something wrong?
Frankly, yes.
Please, I'd like to go.
Well, is there?
Is there what? I've told you there's nothing wrong, except that I'm in a hurry and you're taking up my time.
Of course, there was more to Cycle than the shower scene. But come on, if Janet Leigh said she only took baths after making the film, could you blame her? Janet Leigh received her one and only Oscar nomination for 1960's Psycho, one of director Alfred Hitchcock's most memorable films. As Marion Crane, Leigh became one of the very first star names to be killed off before the end of a film, which shocked unsuspecting audiences at the time. Winner of the Golden Globe for her outstanding performance, Janet Leigh was considered a frontrunner for Best Supporting Actress. Her character was an interesting one. There was the dichotomy of a woman so desperate to join her errant lover that she steals money from her employer's client, not an honorable thing, to a victim of a brutal slaying by a deranged, psycho. Much has been written about that shower scene, so I won't go into it. But you may want to check out 7852, a 2017 documentary which discusses every aspect of the shooting of that scene. Though the Oscar went to Shirley Jones and Elmer Gantry, no one can forget Janet Leigh in Psycho. And if you asked any of those 10 hypothetical people on the street, probably all 10 would say that Leigh did win for her performance. Are there other Oscar-nominated performances that you think casual moviegoers, not we Oscar nerds, believe were really winners? Share your suggestions with us. And until we meet again, I oftentimes echo Greta Garbo's famous line, which was uttered in various incarnations.
I want to be alone. We want to be alone. But one day I shall find myself alone.
I want to be alone.
I shall probably be quite alone.
Maybe you'd rather be alone.
We were afraid you might be getting pretty lonely.
You seem so lonely, Yvonne.
No more than usual. I just want to be alone.
You want to be alone, comrade?
No.